I might forget the name of the movie, the director, and the actors, but never the pigeon in the movie. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and friends, pigeons were the only source of communication in the world in the past. Emperors, warriors, and common man, everybody trusted a small animal. Then came the age of inland letters, postcards, and telegrams. Love, any emotion, love or anger, need, everything was communicated through the postcards and the letters. Then came the age of telephones. We can never forget the age when our grandmothers used to sit next to the fixed phone at a particular time and wait for their children calling them and to hear their sweet voices once in a while. Then came the mobile menace. Better not talk about it. The more we talk, more a menace. Between all this, there was definitely a lateral growth in the internet, a means through which we communicate very rapidly now. Emails, chats, social networking has become a part of our lives now. You ask me how I use internet. You ask me how I use these social networking sites like the Orkut or the Facebook or the Hi-Fi or the LinkedIn, whatever it is. I have 100 reasons why I use them. I might say, with this busy schedule in life that I have, this is going to give me all opportunities to be connected and keep in touch with all people I want. May it be cousins, friends, or the old friends that I have, who stay far, far away from me. Today, Facebook is the most hacked social networking site that we have ever come across. I say this because Facebook has about 60 million users and the users are going double every 6 months. 250,000 registrations every day. It says it all. It's the most used network, social networking site now throughout the world. And not to forget, the new vocabulary and the new Wikipedia that we have developed through these sites. I say, I added you as a friend. I sent you a relationship request. You're on my chat list. They all sound familiar, isn't it? We also feel how normal is it? It's quite normal and they are common words that we use now. But friends, can we confess that there is no intimacy left in the kind of communication and the social networking that we have cultivated over these days? If you ask me, I'll tell you that I have all the time in the world to sit in front of my personal communicator and spend hours together chatting with everybody who is online. But I have no time to travel an hour and meet a friend who is just in the same city. Isn't it ironic? I'm definitely not against this technology which has made the world so small for us. I feel proud when I think of the moment when I could see my friends just born within 24 hours when she was born, though she is as far as in Australia. But we have to draw a line and tell ourselves, ask ourselves what it all means, what a relationship and networking means to us. Isn't it far more than what it is just to keep in touch and to be updated about everybody? It's more about being bonded and to continue the relationship for generations. It's not just about keeping in touch and being updated. It's definitely left to us as to what relationship and communication networking means to us. But let's ponder over this and give it a thought as to where we are taking our relationships and networking. To end with, it's definitely a great thing to be a part of the 21st century and to enjoy all these pleasures. But with all this, let's not not get lost in the virtual world and live real. This is all that we have received from our past, the ages of relationship and bonding, and not just the virtual world. Let's live real.